Have you ever walked into your room and suddenly forgotten how to act normal? You start thinking about your posture, your voice, where your hands are, what you're going to say, whether that joke was awkward. Somehow, the harder you try to be normal, the more weirder you become. That is social anxiety. Most people think that social anxiety is a confidence problem, but I would say it's an attention problem. And in this video, I'll be teaching you how to get rid of social anxiety, how I did that myself, and practical ways to stop being socially awkward. There's something called the spotlight effect. Humans dramatically overestimate how much people pay attention to us. You think that everybody is watching about you, so you get conscious about the way you talk, the way you walk, how your voice sounds, what exactly you're saying, the way you look. But everybody is just thinking the same thing. It's okay. No one remembers that awkward thing you say, the time you stumbled, the time you made a lame joke. People don't really remember that, so move on. Can you remember what your shopkeeper said to you the last time you visited that shop? You can't. This creates a lot of mental overload because you can't focus on things happening around you when you're totally focused on yourself only. The only way to get rid of social anxiety is to face it, to face your fears. You just need to go out there, do that thing. You have to raise your hand, start that conversation, speak in front of that stage, speak in those meetings, speak in your classroom, just speak and be out there. You have to stop hiding. You have to get out of your room and actually be a part of things happening around you. Like, that's the way I got rid of my social anxiety. I posted on social media. I started talking to people more. I started socializing. I started facing my fears, doing the things that I was literally afraid of, like ordering a food at a restaurant, going to new places, talking to new people that generally terrified me. But when I started doing that, it was like, okay, it's just people, okay? Just normal people. They're not going to eat you or anything. So there's nothing wrong. It's actually a good experience to talk to new people sometimes. You get to learn a lot from them, and you get to make new friends when you talk to new people. So take more opportunities, grab every opportunity that you have, go out, do new things, and try to learn as much as you can. That's the only way you're going to get rid of your social anxiety, because running away and avoiding is not the solution. The fifth point is people value authenticity over perfection. Look, the problem with most people with social anxiety is that they are secretly perfectionists. They want to say the perfect thing. They want everything to sound like a book, to sound like an immaculately fabricated speech. But real conversations are supposed to be awkward, because people value authenticity. They want you to be really you. Think about the people you actually enjoy talking to. They don't sound fake. They don't sound like they have prepared the whole speech in advance. They just say whatever comes to their mind. They're just themselves. People connect to warmth, to presence, to authenticity, to vulnerability. And you don't have to wait for the right moment or with the right person or to just have the right thing to say. You just have to speak whatever comes to your mind. Stop overthinking every single thing. You have to shift the focus from yourself to the other person. The reason why most of your conversations are awkward is because the entire focus is on you. The way you look, how do you sound, your voice, what you're saying. It's a lot of mental pressure. But people who are good at conversations know that the focus should be on the other person that you're talking to. The whole point of being good at conversation is listening. And listening requires presence. It requires attention. So you have to pay attention to the other person, to what they're saying, to what they're doing. Try to shift the attention from you to them. One easy way you can actually implement this in your real life is by making an objective that to every person you talk to, you are later going to summarize what exactly they said. Okay, hear me out. Try to memorize, try to remember what they said. Like, remember something personal about them, maybe about their pet or their family members, anything personal about them. You should make it a goal to remember something about them. Maybe memorize their eye color for making good eye contact. Okay, now if you say that, okay, Alma, I get that I should go and have a conversation, but I just don't know how to have a conversation with people. Like, what do I even talk about? Well, I've got you. let me tell you about the FOD formula. FOD stands for family, occupation, recreation, and dreams. Family means asking about their personal relations, about where they're from, their background, their ethnicity, what they do. And occupation means about their job. If they're a student, you can ask about how things are going at their school, the activities they do, or their job they do, the work they do. R stands for recreation. Ask about their hobbies, their interests, things they like to do outside of their work, things they do in their free time. There is a lot of connection that can happen over hobbies and interest itself. And lastly, it is dreams. Ask about their aspirations, what they want to do in the future. This is really personal and it really builds good connection, because when you ask a person about their dreams, you show them that you're genuinely interested in learning about them. And when someone shares a dream with you, it is kind of something special. It's unique and personal to them. So it really builds good connection and a good relationship when you guys discuss about your dreams, your aspirations, the ambitions, your future plans, and all of that. Now, the next thing is the identity issue. You keep telling yourself that I have social anxiety. I'm just shy. That's just the way I am. I have been a shy child. I am not confident. I'm an introvert. So when you keep labeling yourself and you keep telling yourself that that's just the way you are, you stop trying to change. So the first step of redesigning your identity, of creating a change in your identity, is to detach from the person you are. Stop labeling yourself. Sometimes even people around us label ourselves, and that is really detrimental. People around you, like your family members or your friends, might say that, oh, she's shy, she's an introvert, she doesn't really speak in front of people. And you start to believe that it is true, but you don't really have to believe in all of that. There is a concept I learned in psychology, which is the self-fulfilling prophecy. Like, if you already believe that something is true, if you believe there's something about yourself, like if you think that I'm a good chef, you are likely to act in a way that supports that identity label. You're going to cook better, maybe. So if you tell yourself that I am a good speaker, you are going to act in a way in which it supports that belief. And it doesn't work if you just tell yourself. You have to actually believe that you are a good speaker, that you don't have social anxiety, that you're a confident person. So instead of labeling yourself like I'm just shy, you can say that sometimes I get shy when I talk to people, but that's just not the way I am overall. I can change. So the first step is to accept that change is possible. If you believe that things like affirmations or manifesting, that you're going to be completely confident and get rid of social anxiety overnight, such things are not going to happen. What you actually have to do is to, as I said, do things, go out there, put yourself out there and face your fear. So give yourself tiny challenges every single day, like speaking to one stranger, giving compliments to someone, talking to one new person, asking about them. Try to learn more about your friend, or post on social media, make a video, order your own food at a restaurant. These things might seem small, even irrelevant, but in the long term, these things stack up to create proof. It creates the evidence that you are not that shy. You're not as shy as you think you are. So you just don't need affirmations and more positivity in your life. You just need some evidence, some actual things that you do in your life which backs up the notion that you are confident and you don't have social anxiety. Now, coming to a little neuroscience perspective, when you enter a room, the thing about a socially anxious person is they start scanning the room and it activates a threat response from them. And the reason behind this is because of the past experiences. Their past experiences have been maybe people judging them, people saying things about them. Maybe they have bad social experiences in general. So that's how things build up. So the next time someone enters the room, their amygdala activates a threat response. Amygdala is a part in your brain, and it gives you a threat signal that when you enter a room, when you talk to a new person, it's like a threat, a signal that you need to run away, the fight or flight signal. So the difference between introverts and extroverts is introverts get that threat signal when they enter a new room. Shy people get that signal. But extroverts, when they enter a new room, they are not focused on the thing that people are judging them. They are simply focused on the environment. They are relaxed. And that is completely like a superpower if you have been shy or if you're an introvert like me. So the last piece of advice I want to share with you is that stop setting such incredibly high standards for yourself. Like, lower the bar. You don't have to be perfect at conversations. You just have to start talking to people. You don't automatically become like really social or you become really good at speaking. It happens eventually. It only happens once you talk. This is the hilarious irony. You have to talk to be better at talking. So you don't just stay silent and automatically become better at speaking to people. You have to socialize to improve at it. It sounds too good to be true, to be naturally comfortable in any new setting. But that is developed over time with familiarity and with repeated exposure. If you're a person who has social anxiety, just know that you're not alone. And it is completely possible and a practical thing to overcome all of that, to stop being shy and to be a great conversationalist. So thank you for watching this video. Have a great day.